Oh, okay. All right, so long story short, I heard about the company Smollie, learned about what they do, decided to buy one of their products for myself and give it a try. All right, so as you may or may not know, I am not a child. I'm not a young skateboarder. I am in my 40s. I just started learning to skateboard about 6 months ago. So when I heard about the Smollie and kind of saw what it does, it appealed to me because I am at this point making up for lost time. I don't have 20-year-old knees. I don't have 19-year-old knees. I have paratrooper knees. I jumped out of airplanes for 20 years. My body doesn't work the way it used to when I was younger. So any competitive advantage I can get to try and catch up to where I would like to be at this phase, I'm gonna take. So for me, the Smollie was something that's like, hey, you know what? That might help me. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I've done these ollie progression videos. So doing something like this that can help me with my ollies, or at least get better a little bit quicker, I have no problem with that. I'm sitting here on my mini ramp. If you've seen any videos of me doing this, you know what this thing is for. It's so I can go back and forth and try and like stay safe. For someone in my age and my demographic, I think something like this is awesome. Basically, this is what the Smollie looks like. It's the strap here with two little loops at the end. And the idea here is, I'll show you on my other board here when I don't use much. You loop it over the wheels. Got to kind of pull this thing out, loop it over the wheels like that, pull this back down, come around to the other side. Okay, you get it looped around both trucks on both ends and then up and over the nose and tail. There's a little rubber tabs that will help it stop sliding around. So I need to flip those around on mine. Okay, so it's gonna end up looking something like this. And it's not tight. Like the first time I saw this, I thought like, oh, I don't want to be strapped to a skateboard. I want to be able to run out and things like that. But that's not what this is. It's not sticking your feet to it. It's just going to keep it in a little more, keep your feet where they want to be and make sure that when your feet come up, maybe away from the board, it'll stay with your feet a little bit better. So I'm going to give it a shot on this today, see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to use my son's board just for a second without the Smollie, just as kind of control. We'll give it a try with the Smollie now. Okay, so immediately just getting on the board with the Smollie on is a little bit of adjustment. It's already doing a much better job of keeping my feet, at least my back foot, in the pocket, not letting it come off too much. All right, first try. Not bad. I didn't really pop it off the ground, but the board definitely came with me. All right, well, that's a good example of me screwing it up. My feet just came right out. All right, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I'm gonna keep my lead foot in and my back foot off and keep my back foot out so I can pop a little bit better, because what I'm noticing is it's really helping me keep the board under my feet and like helping me land better, but not popping very much with it. So let's see, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It actually is really nice. All right, so far it's actually really cool. It's fun. It's such a cool little training aid. Like, I can obviously see ways where it's giving me an advantage, maybe that like I didn't earn. It's helping me kind of keep the idea of like, especially landing. And that's something I really struggled with, is coming down over my board and then keeping my balance. And it's really helping me with that. So let's try just riding it normally on the mini ramp. Now, I won't lie, it makes me a little bit nervous when I'm thinking about kicking out or falling or failing things, but we'll see how it goes. What's cool, you can see here already, like, it keeps my foot in the pocket so well. It's almost like keeps you honest, right? Where it should be. So let's drop in with it on. This is not my normal board either. Like I usually ride with my other board, but I wanted to try it and just see how much more comfortable the Smollie would make doing stuff on my mini ramp. And I gotta say already, it is a little weird because I have to think of where this thing is and if I kick my feet out, but I feel so much more comfortable with the board under my feet. Okay, honestly that went so well. Even doing, like, I can't do a lot of things, but doing axle drops, doing rock and rolls felt really good. And then trying to even like my little half cabs, those felt real good because like the board was just coming with me. So yeah, I got a 100%. And you may be like, well, you're doing it wrong. You're gonna learn bad habits. I would disagree, especially even like with the rope. Like I'll use the rope to help me like learn the trick. But then as I get the trick, I start using the rope less and less. And this is one of these things where in the beginning, is it teaching you maybe a little bit of bad habits? You could make that argument. But as you become comfortable with it, you know, you take one foot out, maybe you take the other foot out, and you start getting kind of that muscle memory, that motion. You start taking the Smollie off, and I think it gives you a huge competitive advantage. In fact, let's try it now without the Smollie on and just kind of see how I feel. Because again, I don't ride this board much. This is an 8.5, then mine's a 10. So I mean, I ride very different boards. This is my normal one. This is my kind of original one that I just used to keep it so I don't get too used to riding this board. So I'm very uncomfortable in this board compared to my main one. Regardless of what you may think, when I went and tried to ride my board without the Smollie on afterwards, I actually started with a higher level of confidence. And if you know anything about learning new skills, mindset is crazy important. And it was a little bit weird transitioning from having a Smollie there to not. But it was like, I know how to do this because I've already felt it, right? And I only skated with the Smollie for like 5 minutes maybe, but it gave me a level of confidence on the board that I don't feel comfortable on to start trying different things that I hadn't tried before. And I think that's like really what can make the Smollie great, is its ability to help you gain a little more confidence practicing something in a safer way. And then you drop the training aid, you drop the crutches, right? You take them off, and then you try taking a few more risks on your own. So if nothing else, I think it allows you to have a safer risk-taking situation. We're gonna keep using it. I'll keep practicing ollies and stuff with it. We'll give you some updates down the road, but there's my first kind of review take of the Smollie. Thanks for watching.